Okay. So, so everything in our life first, if you see, friends, it started with thoughts. Something I thought, and from there, I developed the feeling around it, good or bad, and then I took actions, and those actions brought result. Okay. If I thought that, money is limited, my feelings will be money is limited. And from the feeling, it's a feeling of fear, right? And from the fear feeling, what will be my actions? My actions will never be courageous. I can never take bold decisions. I will never be able to believe that, okay, paise nahi hai, but fir bhi let me take a risk and, put some money in this investment. Let's see how it comes. I cannot, because there is so much of fear. And the result will be because it doesn't grow. ऐसे थे भी नहीं, मैंने किसी से उधार भी थोड़ा बहुत लेके किसी पे इन्वेस्ट भी नहीं किया, और रिजल्ट भी पैसे आए भी नहीं. Okay. If you remember, when I did the book Think and Grow Rich, this man is continuously talking about that money goes to the hand of the courageous. It doesn't go to the hand who are already rich. It goes to the hand people who are already very courageous, who don't fear failures. They are okay. They enjoy failures. They feel failure is a way for success. Hmm? Hope you remember, Ruchi. Others though cannot respond because they are in Denmark early morning with their
Yes, Deepa.
kids. Yeah.
Yes, Deepa. Yes, Deepa.
So that's what's so see, and what happens, belief systems are mostly coming out from all the fears that we got it from childhood through our parents, teachers, and all these places. Okay. So that's why fear से क्या आएगा, fear से कभी कुछ productive नहीं आता है. Hmm? So now let's understand there are kinds of programming that happens in our life, which creates these belief system, and it surrounds us with so much of fear. Hmm? Fear breakthrough kar denge na, we can become miraculous. The main problem in our life is fear. Okay. First is for verbal programming. What we have heard, you know, what we have heard creates our belief system. Hmm? Somebody said money does not grow in trees. I have heard, I've started believing. What second is modeling programming. Modeling is our parents, our teachers, they were programming, they were nervous. You're not studying, you are doing very bad, so you can never become rich. See, your parents are modeling that, oh, you have to study so much, then only you will become rich. You have to study, you have to crack this, you have to crack IIT, IIM, only then you will become rich. Modeling is happening. The parents are also showing that, oh, money can only come when you are very educated, which is not true, right? Money is an energy. The moment you clean all your karmas, even if you are a zero pass, you can be a billionaire. But modeling, okay, parents out of their fear, they modeled, and you have taken that fear. And third is experience programming. Experience programming is you have experienced something, and from that you have your body, your mind, your thought has become programmed. Hmm? Tell me some programmings, like I shared with you, right? My programming was like in childhood, I took uh, I think 5 rupees or something, 50 paisa or something from my father's pocket to buy sweets. And I was thrashed by my uncle saying that I stole the money from my father. I didn't even know the meaning of stealing because I was just 5 years old. Yeah. But the programming I developed is money gives me pain. I'm scared of money because if I will touch money, it will hurt me. Okay. This is experience programming that I experienced myself, and I developed a belief that let money be far away from me. The farther it is from me, I am safe. I will not be hit. Okay. So see how programming, and see in your own life how these programmings have helped. Becoming aware is half the work done, friends. When we are aware that this is my programming, I can shift my programming. Hmm? So let us see some beliefs, and just some. There are so many you can relate to, but let us see some beliefs that this master, this author has shared in his book. He shared that money is the we have believed that money is the root of all evil. Hmm? That though was my perfect example was my father, who used to say that money is the root of all evil. पैसा पैसा इतना नहीं करना चाहिए, पैसा बहुत बुरा चीज है. Okay, and see how we start also. We want money, at the same time we think money is evil. How can we attract money? See, deep down this happens. We want a lot of money, but somewhere my father or somebody has conditioned my mind saying that no, 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 it's evil. So it's a contradiction happening in the mind. How can I attract money? Hmm? So I have to now reparent. That's when inner child comes. We will do the inner child after this. Some like save your money for rainy days. This is another belief system, right? Save your money for rainy days. Save karo. Save it, because it's a part of, it's a nature. You should develop nature of saving. You should develop nature of investment to bring that balance of middle path. Not too much of spending, not too much of saving. This is a middle path. But we don't do it out of fear that save your money for rainy days. Because it's a belief system that save your money for rainy days, you will see your money goes out in rainy days for sure, because you're believing कुछ तो होगा, disease होगा, अचानक से you will become bankrupt, or something will happen, or you will lose your job, and all the money that you have saved for your rainy days will be gone. Okay, that's why save it out of joy. He has given, later I'll tell you, he has given a beautiful chart. 10% you should give it to charity or somebody for a good cause. 10% you should save. 10% you should invest. He has given a beautiful chart that 10% you should every time invest, hmm, on something or the other, whether it's shares, stocks, or assets he talks about. And even Rich Dad and Poor Dad also talks about the fact that don't just think about the job. Think about how if you want to be still rich even when we are doing nothing, you should also focus on investments, learning how to invest things. Invest on stocks, shares, assets. Investing actually on mainly on any kind of things which is an asset which will grow. Real estate markets. Hmm? Okay. So then the third point, rich people are greedy. Rich people are criminals, filthy, rich. Hmm? So we also use the word filthy rich. Oh, he's filthy rich. हम use करते हैं ना. See, it's like a dirty, as if it's dirty. Filthy, what does it mean? It means dirty. He's dirty rich. We don't say, oh, he's rich like a god. We never use these words. Godly rich. Yeah, so that's why it's so important to also understand that how we are have been conditioned and belief that it's that money is people who are greedy, only they want money. Rich peoples are criminals. Then how am I going to attract? I'm only pushing the money away, and I'm only sad why is not money coming to me. Hmm? Fourth is you have to work hard to earn money, friends. you know you have to work hard to earn money. It is again a belief system, friends. Hmm? Sometimes the feminine way, sometimes people mistake with masculine and feminine, and they think that both should work in the same way. Hmm? And even in, remember, in masculine, even in a man, I told you, remember that in a man, 60% he has masculine energy, 40% he has the feminine energy. And in a woman, 60% she has the feminine energy, 40% she has masculine energy, if the energies are balanced. And the feminine way of receiving everything is just, you just sit, it comes to you. It comes to you. But can we trust that? We also have to act, but we have to act from the place of, I feel that, okay, this is my inspired, with inspired feeling, I take action. I don't act like a headless chicken running around. Oh, I don't have money, let me kahan pe I will beat bushes and see where I can get money, and the more I fight, you will see you don't get money. Did you see that? Right, you don't get money. Hmm? So the feminine way, personally, friends, I'm a little feminine. What can I do? I'm very feminine in nature. It doesn't mean that I am lazy, you know. That it's also said that, we cannot, sometimes we compare men and women, and we say that women should also work like men, and they should also, women are, they are so, they're men is outgoing. If you see, even in intercourse, they are always outgoing. Women receives. Okay, this is the energy that women has. So even, as for example, for me, I don't do too much of advertisement of my group. I don't do anything, but my meditations are such that let my love and light reach out to whoever needs me, you know. And I just say that nobody in the world should be in pain. If they need me, they should have me. But you will not see me haath pair marna to do seva. I do seva. My seva starts with meditation, sending love and light to everybody. Let them be healed with my love and light. Yeah. But my energy, because I'm a woman, I have, and everybody has that. My energy is that I attract. I don't go, I attract. Hmm? So this is the feminine energy, even in terms of, my therapies and everything. Na? I can also do a little bit of masculine. Again, I have to understand that I cannot be too feminine. I also have to work on my masculine side. Again, in therapies, what happens is that, for a long time, I'll give you example. For a long time, I was thinking, why I should earn money. I cannot just depend on my family's money. I should earn money. What can I do? And all these things. I was beating my bush, thinking, why is it not happening? And all these things. The more I was beating bush and acting like a masculine and trying to push myself, the more it was not happening, because I think my life is more feminine in nature. One day I realized I will not, I just realize the money in this world is limited. The more you say, come to me, I will do this, or I will work, or I need this money. The more I was doing this, I saw that I was pushing the money away. And my realization came one day that what I can do is that, instead of really, because it's limited, the money in this world is limited, and I am trying to ask money from the people, or even not ask, I am just in my mind thinking, how can I earn money? What can I do to earn money? I don't push. Even my nature is not, or I can never push. But even in my thought, I was thinking that, what can I do? How can I grow my business and all these things? And the more I was thinking so much, and it was not happening. Then one day I realized that I am asking from these limited things, but in fact, I have the direct source, which is the universe, and that is unlimited. And I'm not focusing on that. And let me just focus on taking direct love, abundance. I told you, frequency, emotions are so important. And for me right now, friends, I have come to such a state where I no longer have a feeling of fulfilling my needs through material things, whether it is, money, relation, health. I know that I can fulfill it right now with my divine, mother, from my divine mother. So that's why I always feel whole in that way. मुझे कुछ चाहिए ही नहीं बाहर से. And because मुझे चाहिए नहीं बाहर से, it again feminine energy. See, I just receive calls. This person, can you help her? Can you help this person? Can you do this? Just like a feminine energy is like that, right? You just receive doing nothing. And this is what it is saying, you have to work hard to earn money. It is not always like that, friends, that you have to work hard to earn money. It can be a both, working hard at the same time, then knowing, again, middle path. Middle path is not always in one area. Middle path is applied to every area, even in the field of money. कहाँ पे मुझे actions लेना है, कहाँ पे मुझे receptive. Even a man has feminine energy, and if he develops his feminine energy, he will be magnet like that. He doesn't have to keep running for money. Money will flow to him. Okay, so that's one. With when we meditate, we have that beautiful balance of understanding, when I have to reach out, when I have to just sit and wait for things to come to me, fall on my lap. Okay, so Then fifth point is money don't grow on trees. Hmm? The fifth point is that. Again, it's a belief system. Money grows on trees. Money कहाँ से आता है? पेपर है. पेपर कहाँ से बनता है? वुड से बनता है. All the money and cash is coming off. They are all paper. It grows on trees. Whatever you believe, it grows. You can't be rich and spiritual at the same time. It's not true. Yeah, we have seen how spiritual we are at the same time, how abundant we can be. Hmm? 6 point. Seventh is money does not buy happiness. Money does not, sometimes it's like again, yesterday's evening I said, ना अंगूर खट्टे हैं. नहीं मिला तो बोल देंगे अरे मनी हैप्पीनेस नहीं खरीदता है मनी. अरे this is the world of duality. Money cannot buy happiness. At the same time, money can buy happiness as well. Isn't it? Even if you want to do a spiritual course, even if you want to do the greatest of the course, the courses that we do, they are of 1 lakh. Nowadays, they are lakhs. QLU courses are lakhs, you know. Then Pradeep sir's courses are of 60,000. Oh my God. You need all these money to go there. And you say money cannot buy happiness. For you, even that spiritual retreat is that happiness, and you are not being able to go because you don't have money. So money can also buy happiness. Don't contradict yourself. There is duality everywhere. Okay? There is never enough. Again, I told you, right? Where the more we say there is not enough, there is not enough, there is not enough, the more there is no, you will never be enough. Yeah. Yesterday, Pradeep sir was telling in his one of his I think his classes, and he was saying that if relationship is a challenge, it always remains a challenge. Yeah. So whatever we think, it grows. And recently I used to feel that relationship is a challenge, and I used to really struggle a lot. Though I have very cozy, safe relationship all around me, but sometimes I feel that it's also a challenge. But when I started saying that relationships are safe, it's so easy. All relationships are easy. They are safe. They are lovely. They are deep. They are long term, and they are cozy. I keep telling myself that, they make me feel so cozy, so warm, these relationships. And that's why I am now attracting to some extent easy, cozy, lovely relationship. Hmm? And less challenge. I don't enjoy challenges. I want to feel, I'm a person who wants to feel safe. For me, before everything, safety comes. I say relationships are so safe. It makes me feel so safe. Yeah. The same is with money, that, how we work. We can't afford it. Okay. Ninth belief system, we cannot afford it. Okay. And if you read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, he says that growth consciousness, success consciousness people, and failure consciousness people. He discriminates between, he different, he gives the difference between the two. And he says, who are success consciousness people, they say that how can I afford it? Who are failure consciousness people, they say we cannot afford it. Did you understand the difference? It's that they immediately decide I cannot afford. And उसके बाद कुछ नहीं, इससे मेरा यही, यहाँ पे ही मेरा जीवन का end है. But success consciousness people, they rack their minds and say, okay, now I can't afford it, but how can I afford it? How can I do, even if it is the great of things, how can I do it in a year or 2 years? Yeah. 10th is, what the father says, sometimes the father says that, what am I? Am I made of money? We have, many of us have heard when we ask things from our parents or a mother, and they'll say, am I made of money? And it's a certain kind of pain and a trauma that affects the child's life. So we should be so careful of that these things we should. Now, friends, we cannot blame also. देखो मेरे parents ने मेरे साथ ऐसा किया तो मैं ऐसा बन गया हूँ. Okay? Always think that, okay, this is what has happened. Now I have to reparent myself. Okay, as for example, this this author, he gives a case study of a person called Stephen. Okay, and उसके साथ क्या होता था that he used to have a lot of money but he could not keep the money. Stephen was a person, he would earn a lot of money but he could not keep that money with him. He would lose, or he would spend. कभी रहता नहीं था, he could not save that money. So then he realized that, in childhood, he heard this, I told you, right? Verbal modeling and experience programming. All through all this programming, he developed this belief that rich people are greedy. They make their money out of sweat of the poor. You should just have enough money to get by. This was his belief system that he developed. And that, but that's what हम बोलते हैं ना कि for some people money don't come at all. For some people money come, at the same time they don't stay and they just go away. For him it was this. See, a small belief system can affect so much in our life. Okay, friends. So friends, what we do is now, it's he does it so well that after hearing this he says, touch your head, touch your head. And he says, close your eyes. And he says, I have a billionaire head or a millionaire head, whatever makes you feel easy. Don't go for too tough. If billionaire makes you feel scared, that no, not possible, go for just millionaire. And just say, touch your head and say, I have a millionaire head. Feel it. Feel it. The feeling is so important. And touch your heart and say, I have a millionaire heart or a billionaire heart. See the joy that comes when you say this. As you're saying this, you're shifting your thinking from lack to richness. Touch your heart and say, what I have heard about money isn't necessarily true. I choose to adopt new ways of thinking that support my happiness and success. I repeat again, what I heard about money isn't necessarily true. I choose to adopt new ways of thinking that support my happiness and success. We will keep closing our eyes and we will work on inner child, remembering all the belief system that the child started absorbing, and we will work on that.